and how they'll react to what the other team throws at them. I mean, obviously, first game, it was a little bit of a tough one for Monkey Business. I mean, do you think that they've got a chance here? I mean, yeah, I know yesterday, you know, the Necrophos was picked up, and you weren't a huge fan.
That was against the CK, though.
Okay.
I mean, PL is kind of the same in that you can't really deal with the illusions as fast as they spawn, but Shane mentioned that there is good synergy with the Legion Commander duel and being able to kill somebody when they're under the effects of Cold Embrace, which are both very fair points, and I do agree with him in that regard. I just think that he's very susceptible to just dying without the team being able to really do much to help him, because, for instance, if you get initiated on by like a fissure and then PL is on you and the Global Silence comes out, what's your counterplay to that if you're Monkey Business? Like, how do you actually save him if you don't have like BKB on your LC and he can duel or whatever? But
I'm gonna try and go for it here, Moon, getting a nice multi-man overwhelming odds out. We have to find the space there for Miracle to grab himself the top bounty. Yoko on this offlane Shaker gets himself the one down. And trading hits here with Big Daddy. It's gonna leave each other at half health. They're gonna both be fine. Big Daddy, of course, with a heal, 4 tangos in his bank, and Yoku heading back to the lane. A lot of looking in and around mid lane as well. Aloha Dance, I think he's going for that early courier snipe potential here, isn't he?
yeah, the Arctic Burn courier snipe from Wyvern is very strong, but it is also very dependent on knowing exactly when the bottle timing is. And if you look at the starting items of Miracle, you can see that he has 2 pool tangos, circlet, 2 branches. So he only needs 2 more creep kills at this point to secure that bottle. And I think after having that information, Aloha Dance will sit in the area and he will wait it out.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment they do have the Dazzle hanging around, so maybe they'll look to try and protect it as it comes down the lane. Not yet to send it off yet. Bottom lane crit. Now Big Daddy just forcing back Yoku. He hasn't got the... he's just about to get the money for this bottle, and yeah, Fly's going to come and he's going to spot out this Wyvern. So they're not going to be able to achieve any shenanigans here with the bottle. And Fly, Aloha Dance going for a bit of a 1v1 here, just trading hits. Fly blocking him up as well, so Aloha Dance is going to have to take the walk, and in fact Miracle thinking about coming up but doesn't have the mana, in fact, for the raises, so he's going to be fine, sticks in the mid lane, and will be able to get his bottles safely to him right now as the courier drops it off.
Yeah, it's a perceptive play, just knowing that he's going to be there. Again, Wyvern very good at sniping the courier if you're caught off guard with the Arctic Burn in the range and such. And Moon, yeah, he's got boots. All right, he's going to Arctic Burn up the high ground. Yeah. He fine.
Turning around, just trying to get a few hits down onto Moon with that percentage-based damage over time, harassing back the Legion. And this mid lane matchup, 9 for 2 on Resolution, 7 for 0 on Miracle.
Invisibility.
And there is also an Invis on crit, and these are the kind of runes that as a support you're going to be very happy picking up at 2 minutes in, because you have a very good potential of catching someone out. They want to go for it here. The question is Resolution, will he get trapped? He will. The Light Tracker Ray connects now. With the right clicks, bringing him low, bringing him down to the point where he goes back, pops the south. And not going to be able to get themselves a kill, just a little bit too tanky on the Razor.
Yeah, I mean, just getting the lane advantage for Miracle is good enough. You don't have to kill the hero. He is always going to be forced back by a good static link, but just getting Miracle to level 5, that level 7 mark, that means that you can start utilizing stacks inside of the woods, which is always going to be great for a Shadow Fiend. And I mean, everything considered, Monkey Business lanes, they're not going bad. No Tail right now, he's leading the CS, 19-9. Silence a little bit behind him at 14-3. And because of the rotation of Fly top lane, I don't know if he plans on staying here, but I think just having the Legion Commander top against a PL on the Silencer, you can still stay in this lane pretty easily.
Mid lane again, it looks like the Wyvern's coming in to try and find another snipe, but he's going to be spotted out once again by the Dazzle, and Dazzle's saying, well, it didn't work before and it's not going to work this time. Fly just making sure Aloha Dance gets himself back out away from the mid lane. Fly's going to continue to chase it. Still just level 1 on this Dazzle. But he's got the right clicks, the punches to force back the Wyvern. And still 3.5 minutes in, 0-0. None of the supports yet to find any kind of rotation. Top lane, obviously Empire just keeping that PL as safe as possible. And the Silence Farm 21 for 6 in terms of CS, compared to the 22 for 14. Pretty even between the 2 position ones, but it's going to be really interesting to see how much the Necrophos can achieve this game. And obviously the build, the item build the other day, you weren't too happy with yourself. What do you think Big Daddy's plan is going to be here? He has got a closer face. Does he pick up a Midas on his way to the Ags, or does he just go straight for the Aghanims, or anything else on the menu here for the man?
I don't know if the early Ags is really super good. Like, probably after 25, 30 minutes is when Aghanims becomes even better. You want the res timers to be long enough to where not having buyback actually matters. So if you kill somebody early game, even with an Aghanims, of course it always adds 30 seconds to the death timer, but you're still only going to be dead for like maybe a minute max. But late game, you're dead for like 2.5 minutes. Especially if you buy back and then get rebirth on top of that, you're just dead pretty much forever. You might as well just go next. But yeah, I mean, I think the Atos first item is fine, but I always like seeing Aghanims as a third or fourth item on the hero, and I feel like BKB, while not an amazing item this game, I feel like for Necrophos, just to keep him safe, like we talked about, the global silence.
Mid lane.
Yeah.
Lower Dance is leading here with the Arctic Burn. Miracle getting low. Is he going to be alright? He's got the bottle charges. Yeah, we had to walk it off. We'll turn around. Not quite find the range for the raises though. And still, no one dying yet. Everyone being able to keep themselves alive. Moon's pretty deep on the top lane. He's found himself level 4 so far on this Legion. Bottom lane, Big Daddy going in deep. Crit with the wraparound. They want to try and find Yoku here on the Shaco, who's hiding in the tree line, but now he's been spotted out. Trapped up by Big Daddy. Crit will be able to find the Dragon Slave. Doesn't even want to use the... Bit of an awkward altercation there. They were just waiting for Big Daddy to have the mana to use his ult. And I think it was the XP as well. He literally just hit 6 there. Bit of a BM play, but it's a big one. 40 seconds off the map, and at the same time, mid lane, as we see Miracle clearing up Razor. So some massive kills there. 5 minutes in for the side of Big Daddy.
So the solo death is actually like even more surprising than the fact that they waited for that Reaper. And of course, the Reaper keeping you off the map for a little bit longer, that's always going to be an efficient play. So I like the fact that he waited it out. But how did he actually die in that 1v1? He must have eaten a triple raise, because that's like the only way you can die.
Double damage here on a low hard dance. He's going to return back to the top lane. Maybe see if they can go for Moon. Arctic Burn is available here. See if No Fear can lead in for some aggression. Now comes the TP from the Shaker. If they can find a Fisher onto Moon, Moon could be in a lot of trouble. Moon's trying to go in. He's looking for the quick kill onto No Fear, but it's going to get turned around now. Lower dance here with the Arctic Burn. Fisher from Yoku holding in Moon. He pops the charges here. One more right click should do it if they can get themselves close enough, but Moon, he might actually live. A little bit too speedy. Now he's going to maybe try and turn. What? Lower dance going to die. Moon's going to be able to juke it out.
Wow.
And that is one lucky Legion.
I mean, LC's 320 base movement speed. I don't know if for whatever reason Yoku thought he was going to be able to catch him because he just had boots, but he's got a 10 movement speed advantage. As long as Moon doesn't walk in some really wonky direction, there's no way he's getting that auto attack off, like ever.
Resolution, trying to go for Fly mid. Fly, pops the shallow grave. He'll be able to deny the kill and keep himself alive. Bottom lane, Big Daddy did go for the Midas. 800 gold now. It'll be interesting to see what he does exactly with this Midas gold.
I think the Midas is nice because leveling up the Reaper is great. Level 1 Reaper is pretty bad in terms of damage. So it's like 0.4 damage for every single point of health that you actually have missing, where level 2 is 0.6. So the difference in actually like killing from level 1 to 2 is massive. I think they did the math on it a while ago, and there was like a Reddit post and saying like you have to be below like 20 some odd % life for the Reaper to actually kill you at level 1, which is pretty darn low. It might as well just be like a regular nuke, you know, because 23% of a
top lane Moon.
Life is not
He's
much.
looking for a duel onto Silent. Is he going to be able to win it? He needs a few more procs. Isn't going to get it. Now Silent with the doppelganger ready to turn it around with the help of No Fear. And Moon just being a little over ambitious there with that duel.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't give away damage, so it wasn't a total catastrophe, but giving away the kill, not to Silent, but at least to the support safe lane right now, Vampire, they're going to be pretty happy with that, as that's their first kill
Miracle.
of the game.
He's kind of trapped here. We've got the Resolution of Lower Dance coming down the river. The Fisher will now dissipate. And Miracle's able to make himself his way out of there. And it will be Miracle going for the mechanism on the Shadow Fiend. He's got the buckler complete. 600 gold on top of it. Top lane. Things coming out. There's going to be a TP in from Moon. Maybe thinking about trying to chase down No Fear. He'll waltz himself away. Duel for Moon is back online. They want to try and go for it, but Silent there with a quick doppelganger out. Ensure that Moon can't get off the ultimate. Silent and No Fear just keeping themselves back. Now the reactions coming out from Empire. And this is nice. Yoku and Aloha Dance have come up here. Maybe it'll be them to find the kill. Fly's going to walk into them all, and Yoku and Aloha Dance giving him a bit of a tickle. I don't quite want to commit to it yet. Still aware that Moon has got that ultimate. Want to make sure they don't give away any damage to this Legion. And they'll look just to try and keep Silence safe. Sitting pretty low in the health department at the moment. Bottom lane. Big Daddy and Crit being very aggressive here with this push onto the tier 2. Sitting at half health. Question is, do Empire do anything to defend this? They're going to pop the fortification. If they stick around here, though, these two might be able to find a very early tier 2 tower.
Yeah, I don't think the Empire really can do anything about this. Their deep pushing is not great. Like, I guess they have Razor and they have Splinter Blast, but right now the Winter Wyvern's not really high enough level for that Splinter Blast to really come into play. He's only level 2. So Aloha Dance still needs a little while before he's able to really just, okay, say, you can't push our tower anymore, and yeah, it's gonna go down. Can he get the deny, though? Oh, he hits for no damage! Oh my god. Unfortunate.
And more money into the bank of Lena, in fact. Crit. That's it, level 5. Still looking for that level 6. 1100 gold at the moment on Big Daddy Necro. Fly just trying to find a few levels on this top lane, trying to get that weave online. Silent Spittle at the moment has picked up the old Robe of the Magi, so we'll see if he finishes that one off into the potential drums or just the treads here. Miracle has got the mech complete on your Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, he is super fat right now. 10 minutes in, having treads, mech Aquila, full wand, bottle. He's pretty much got the works going for him right now. And the nice thing about having the mech this early is Empire, they don't have global yet. The silencer is over halfway to 6 though, so no fear, well, about halfway.
Moon has found himself an Invis rune. I don't know if Silent's low enough to duel. He has got the nuke. If he gets it with the creeps, there's 3 points in it. He could try for it here, Moon. I think he's waiting for Silent to take a bit of damage. Now he's going to go. Can he get the duel off? Yes, he does.
He needs a proc, though.
Oh, come on. There we go.
I was going to say, if he doesn't get a proc, he might not kill him.
Yeah, that was a close one, but I'm sure he had it perfectly calculated. And they'll also get this mid lane tower as well, Monkey Business. Crit, Miracle, and Big Daddy on top of that one. So 4th one, and at the moment, Monkey Business having a very good start to game 2. A lot better than it looked at this point of the game in game 1.
Nice thing too about their lineup is this game they can actually go for that early 5-man. And I really like lineups that have the early mech carrier, because no matter if your team is great at 5-manning, if you just have that mech at anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes, you're always ensuring that you have a leg up on the enemy team. Like, how are they going to fight right now, Empire? Can they walk into this against the mech Shadow Fiend, against Big Daddy sitting at 1200 health and having that Reaper Scythe available with the sustain of a Dazzle? This lineup is made to pressure early.
Legion now with the Blink Dagger. We're going to see, of course, Moon look for some more of those jewels. Resolution, no fear, and Aloha Dance making a bit of a movement here towards this bottom lane. Crit has been left alone. Still just trying to find that last bit of XP to get that Laguna Blade online. We'll see what the movement of Monkey Business is going to be here next. Yasha complete on Miracle. It's going to be a smoke up from the 3 boys. Big Daddy, Moon, and Fly making a movement towards this bottom lane. At the same time, Miracle's going to be left top. And look for yet another tier 2. I mean, if he gets this, we're 12 minutes in.
They're going to have one outage tower left.
This is some pretty insane push from Monkey, and not a lot being done about it by Empire. This smoke has allowed Monkey Business to get themselves in position to fight on this bottom lane. Fly leading forward here. And with the stun onto Silent, and that's going to set up a beautiful duel here for Moon, and he'll win it. That's another duel win against the PL. Big Daddy getting his attack sucked out by Resolution. Incredibly low as well. Will be shallow. Great. Resolution will be able to finish it off there. Oh, look at these punches. And now with the global silence as well. Not a lot the Monkey can do against it. Miracle's trying to man fight up with the right clicks, but the cold embrace is there. Finally, the magical nuke damage from Moon will get themselves the kill onto Wyvern. Crit getting hit by the fish, and Resolution walking around with that damage, getting himself a triple. Will he be able to get himself out of it?
He's going to kill Miracle too. No, why is he running? He can kill him.
He's lost the plus damage. The damage did just disappear on top. Maybe just fell.
Yeah, but he had,
didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, I guess Moon was nearby. Maybe he would have died. I don't know. I think that he was playing that super passive though. Like, he ended up getting 3 kills, but he was running out of the fight completely and then trying to go back in afterwards, maybe trying to dodge the spells from Alina, because I guess Crit was level 6 at that point. But either way, still a very nice turnaround for Empire. They absolutely needed that.
Well, they really did, bringing themselves back onto the board, and item pickup, so Razor did get his drums finished off the back of that fight. Towards the mid lane. And Lower dancing Yoku there, ready just in case any kind of action goes down. on the Razor. Silent. Still working towards those drums. Has picked up the brace in it. He has enough money here for that recipe. And of course, Moon just getting some space on the bottom. What's he spent his money on? Is he looking for the Blade Mountain? No, it's actually the Ogre Club here for Miracle, who's just trying to finish off his S and Y. And still, the farm speed of this Shadow Fiend is pretty impressive. 14 minutes in, and closing on a completed S and Y on top of the map.
He's had a lot of space, actually. Not really anyone from Empire has gone to pressure him in lane too much. And gonna see a smoke here from Monkey Business. They want to try to continue to force their advantage.
Oh, no fear. He doesn't want to walk into this one straight away. That's going to be a dead silence. So the duel looking out onto Yoku won't get the bonus. Oh,
no,
it
he
will.
did.
Oh, just Moon finding himself at +10, down to +30, 40 minutes in. Looking for the chase down onto a low hard dance. He's going to get sided up as well. Doesn't. Oh, he's going to be dead for 56 seconds nonetheless.
That was level 1 Scythe, by the way.
That's, I mean, Big Daddy's been on point with these ults.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't get the... No, he did get the bonus timer.
It didn't look like he did, but I think he did with the 50 odd seconds on this level 6.
Yeah.
It's got to be. I mean, that's a huge amount of death time.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
I thought he didn't get it either, and then I looked at his res timer.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's pretty long.
Bottom lane, Moon. He's found Resolution here. Resolution leading him with a static link. And the drum charges as well. Moon's going to be fine, though. Has still got that tier 1. And we are at this point 15 minutes in where there's no outer towers on the side of Team Empire's map. And they haven't taken a single tier 1 from the side of Monkey Business.
And Monkey Business also have a very good team for killing Roshan. No Fear could also just be dead here. He's getting punched to death.
Miracle.
See you later, dude. Well, they will probably realize there's a ward here now, but the problem is it's only out for another 10 seconds anyway. Can they kill him, though?
Resolution.
Oh, he missed!
Is going to die here. There will be the echo sound from Yoku. Oh, Miracle.
Oh.
Is he just going to live through this?
He hits for no damage.
I mean, Resolution kind of walked on top of the Requiem there,
back.
which was an interesting move. And they just can't kill Miracle. I was a little... Why did he get so damn close to the Shadow Fiend then?
I think he was probably just assuming that there was no way he could live. Like, if you look at the bottom lane, they have no vision in the area from Empire, so he probably didn't know that there was backup. And he probably was just...
Yeah.
He was probably just thinking he's dead anyway. Like, it doesn't matter. And unfortunately, he was wrong.
He certainly wasn't top lane. Silent might be in trouble. He's going to look for the TP out Moon. Oh! Didn't have the duel. 7 seconds before that was available again.
That's not too big of a deal. I mean, Monkey Business are just rolling this game so far. I mean, they can go for Roche anytime they want to.
Trying to chase down Big Daddy with the Arctic Burn, but flies about in the dazzle. They're not going to be able to get this kill. No fit. Waltzing forward. Would like to try and get a touch in, but it's not going to be the case. Silent. 1100 gold now on top of the drums, but he's still got a fair way to go to keep on par with the heroes on the side of Monkey Business. There's a smoke up from Empire looking towards the mid lane. They do have the Winter's Curse. They drop it straight down on Fly. Dazzle taking a lot of hate. The mech comes out from Miracle. Won't be enough to keep the Dazzle alive. So they do lose Fly here. Kind of tanks the gank, and now moving forward. The silence is big. Will slow down the tempo that Monkey Business were looking to apply on the side of Empire. Resolution out with the Plasma Field, bringing Big Daddy low, not quite low enough, and oh! The Green Blade not finishing the deal, but that is a duel and a scythe.
Oh my god.
To the face of Razor. 70 seconds down, 17 minutes in. Right. That's not a lot of fun for Resolution.
We've seen a couple of LC games from a lot of different teams, and Silent's going to be teleporting his way out of here. No duel up for that one. But this is the most damage I've seen the LC have prior to 20 minutes throughout the entire league so far.
Yeah,
by a lot.
Yeah, by far the best LC performance we've seen at ASUS ROG over these last few days. Moon's been doing very well for himself. 4 kills, 4 assists, 1 death, and every time the duel has been successful. Very high win rate on those.
I think he's only had 1 duel where he didn't get damaged, but the hero still died, right?
Yes, and that was a situation where he just had to use the duel to secure a second kill. Yeah. They've been on point each and every time. There's never been any panic duels. We haven't seen any of those, which we've seen in some of the other LC games.
I've seen duels give damage to the other team.
Yeah.
And that ain't great. Even if it's only like a support hero.
Bottom lane, Moon, the man in question, working towards the Shadow Blade. Has got that Shadow Amulet picked up, and they might look to just try and jump on this if they can find the duel. No, the Doppelganger's there in time. Silent will put the drums and back himself up.
Good reaction time. The other thing too is they didn't have Reaper there.
Yoku. Yeah, the straight TP out. That's a smart move. He needed to get the hell out of there.
God, Miracle is so scary right now. SNY Blink Dagger under 19 minutes. I mean, he can just chase anyone down. And if you look at Empire, they really don't have anything with an escape. Except for
Miracle. Oh, hello. He's found himself a Wyvern. A lower chance of resolution trying to turn. Now the Stallion coming out. Moon trying to decide who's going to duel. He's going to go for the Wyvern here. Will get the win. That's going to be the first death here. Resolution continues to chase down Miracle. He's got a lot of armor. He's also got a Shallow Grave. And again, Resolution just sits on top of the Requiem. He's trying to turn around Miracle. Miracle's going to be able to live on 10 HP. Manages to walk himself out of this one. Yoku and Silent chasing down Fly. But now the Weave gets popped. Big Daddy's turn up with the heals as well. Crit looking for the Dragon Slave onto Silent. Yoku incredibly low. Will be able to find the kill onto also there with a Fisher. Big Daddy and Crit. They want to try and find Silent. At the moment, we've got Miracle just hiding in the tree line here. Yoku just praying that they don't find him. He's also chilling in the jungle. Silent will be able to doppelganger out to the low ground. And yeah, Yoku, he's just sitting there and praying. TP has now come off cooldown, and he is hoping that they don't find him because he is 100 gold away from that Blink Dagger. Yeah, he's going to be fine, but it certainly is a good job because he does not want to be losing gold at this point because if they can get that Blink Dagger out, that's going to offer them a lot on these high ground defenses.
Yeah, I think the high ground push might not come super early. They might wait it out a bit because Monkey Business can still go for Roshan. It's been alive this entire time. So if they want to go back and get like
Look
Dominator
at this cheeky
Miracle.
smoke here. Is he going to go for it? He's thinking about it, and he certainly will. Straight in with the duel onto Wyvern. 1v1 me, son.
Nice.
No mercy there for the Blue Dragon.
God,
and Moon now sitting on plus 78 20 minutes in.
He's got more than a relic worth of damage at 20 minutes. That's actually insane. I would like to know what is the average damage at 20 minutes for a competitive LC in this patch. Like how much damage do they have? Like 20, 30, 40? Because I'm willing to bet that 78 is far above the average.
It is certainly looking very good here. And now with that Shadow Blade complete as well, it's going to have that extra opportunity to try and close the gaps and catch some of these weaker heroes out on the side of Empire. Resolution trying to find his own SNY. Let's have a look at Miracle. He got his SNY a lot earlier. Now with a Blink Dagger and 1400 gold as well. This man's a beast. 13.5k. And this performance, this game, it's certainly looking a lot better than he did on the Invoker in game 1.
I know that Miracle plays Invoker, but I don't really know how I feel about the Quas Wex in that game. I still think the Exort would have been maybe a more solid choice for them, but a lot of stuff went wrong that game, so I don't want to harp too much on the performance of that particular hero for him. But yeah, like you mentioned, this game, he is rolling. I mean, he solo killed Resolution.
Resolution's found the Fly here. Moon is there. He won't want to duel Resolution with the amount of damage he's stolen. Fly will just look for the simple TP out. And we'll stay in the trees to make sure it's not revealed. And there's actually a smoke up here from Empire. Maybe looking towards the mid lane. 3 heroes there at the moment. Can they kill Miracle this time? We've seen them try to go for it a few times. He's yet to die this game, 22 minutes in. Oh, Big Daddy might tank this one. Oh! Linked himself straight out. Nice reactions. And into a position where it's just a little bit too deep for Empire to want to dive for him. So Empire unable to find anything with that smoke. They might just find Moon, who's chilling in a very deep position here. Now, they're not going to back up via the secret shop, and Moon's actually going to be lucky enough to stay under scope. Oh, is he? No, he doesn't. Oh, he's going for it. Straight in onto Silent. This is a very aggressive duel. The Global comes out now with a Fisher. Moon may have overstepped the mark here, and he will pay for it. Down for 50 seconds. Maybe getting a little bit ahead of himself off the back of the performance he's had so far.
Yeah, that was optimistic, for sure. Now, again, he didn't give damage away, so that's good. You don't want to give damage to a PL. That would definitely not be great. But I think when you go, like, these types of builds where you don't max Moment of Courage, I think, on average, like, earlier on, press the attack probably gives you more DPS, but as the game kind of stretches on, I think that Moment of Courage outshines it.
He does not want to show himself. They've got this observed. They know that Monkey Business are here. Oh, Big Daddy. Oh, straight up with a scythe. Won't get the final touch, but is a kill nonetheless. Wyvern to fall. Oh, Echo Slam, very tasty. Big Daddy and Miracle getting caught up by that, but the Mech's pot now with the Requiem. Miracle getting a damage reduction. Resolution has already stolen 154 damage, though. Looks for the courier, and he'll get it. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Resolution trying to get himself out. Blink 4 from Miracle, looking for the final touch on Resolution with a raise. Will get the kill. Miracle getting low. Silence trying to close in. The Shallow Grave is there from Fly. Miracle to live. Now with Moon returning to the fight. Gets an easy duel win there onto the Shaker. Silent trying to man fight up against Miracle. Can he finish off this SF? The heal is there, everything being thrown out, but he can't do it. Double kill for Miracle as he lives. They also clear out No Fear as Fly finishes that one off on the sidelines. 4 heroes down on the side of Empire, and they just cannot kill the Shadow Fiend now, as Miracle 250 gold away from a BKB now in his item build. 24 minutes in, and Monkey Business are looking for the base now.
Having that medallion, having that weave, and more importantly, up against the Diffusal Blade and the Phantom Lancer, being out of mana makes you take so much less damage from getting hit by him. So even though he had illusions on Miracle, it just doesn't matter. I mean, for crying out loud, he's got 45 armor with a max weave stack. Curse going to be wasted here on Moon.
Oh, hello. Well, you say that. They might be able to... No, there's just two of them here. The TPs are not coming in, but with the Reaper Scythe, it was just to hold him back. Didn't really do an awful lot there. They didn't have the follow-up damage. Now they're starting to get themselves the hell out of there. Empire back up, bar silent. Stun onto Yoku. Laguna Blade bringing him over. The Cold Embrace is there, and Crit, maybe the Sacrificial Lamb here, will give his life up. The rest of the side of Monkey Business will back themselves out. Now we're going to have a quick pause here, unfortunately, but it looks like this fight is over nonetheless, as Monkey Business are in a position to disengage.
I gotta say, after watching Game 1 and what Empire did, the fact that Monkey Business are able to bring this kind of a game in the second of the series is very impressive, and Miracle is just gigantic. Like, he's got BKB just sitting in the stash, ready to go, 16k net worth at 24 minutes in. I actually don't think that they can kill him. Like, if he has BKB, like, how do you actually kill him?
He is so tanky. It is bordering on ridiculous here how far ahead he's got. I don't know. They're going to have to throw... And the thing is as well, you look at his team, and of course you've got Moon with the Legion. He's throwing out the press the attack to keep him buffed up. There's the heal, of course, with the Death Pulse from Big Daddy. And then, of course, Dazzle. I mean, literally the whole team offering their efforts up to keep Miracle alive in every single engagement. And Empire just don't have the tools to deal with that.
Yeah, especially, like, the BKB is kind of, I feel, the nail in the coffin. Similarly to what happened in the first game when Resolution got his BKB, and how it felt like there was nothing they could do to kill him because, like, oh, we're all kind of magic damage. I think the Empire are going to have kind of the same issue. 3 of the 5 heroes on their team do pretty much only magic damage, and Diffusal doesn't work against BKB. So you've already lost a lot of damage based on that as well for the PL. So BKB, 10 seconds, you're going high ground at 25 minutes when you have Aghanim's Reaper 2 on Big Daddy with a blink, and then Moon, who's got 92 damage in a 24-minute game just from duel wins. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Well, let's see what they're able to do about it. Well, the game is back underway, and TP from Silent joining the gang in the mid lane. And we do have Yoku coming out. Maybe seeing if anyone was straggling behind on the side of Monkey Business. On Fly. Well, things that they want to try and catch him. Miracle has turned up though. Resolution wants to go for the kill here. The slow from the Spirit Lance onto Fly is there. He does still have Shallow Grave available, and he will continue to walk back. Empire going fairly deep here for the kill, which they will get onto Fly. Oh, there's a DD on Miracle. The Empire need to be careful if the side of Monkey Business can find any lockdown, and Empire just getting themselves the hell out of their Moon. Moving forward here with the Shadow Blade. Miracle gets caught out by a Fissure. Empire will, they'll see the DD and they'll run. They do not want to hang around with this Shadow Fiend in the business.
I don't blame them. I mean, if I see a double damage Shadow Fiend with twice my net worth, I'm out of there. I'm not going to stick around to see what happens. I've seen that movie before.
That is a tricky one. And the fact that... So, interesting enough, Moon, he's picked up a Helm of Iron Will at this point, so I guess is he just going to try and get some lifesteal online here for the man?
Yeah, I think it's probably just Dominator. Yeah. Armlet this late is a little bit unorthodox. Not totally out of the question, but just very rare.
Moon. It's going to reveal some of the smoke gank because Yoku's gets dispelled. The rest of the side of Empire still under the cover of it.
Oh, he is going Armlet.
Oh, is he? Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess in terms of talking about the amount of keeping the team alive potential that the lineup of Monkey Business has got, you know, it's not going to be too hard to just keep yourself infinitely alive with the armlet toggles.
Yeah, I mean, the armlet is definitely a solid choice in terms of damage versus how much it actually costs. Yes, that's the biggest thing. It's just typically with that in mind, you see it as like a, you know, a second item or a first item. You don't see it as like a third item after Blink and Shadow Blade are already picked up. Because at that point, you might have different priorities. You know, okay, I want to get like a late game transitional item like Dominator, which goes obviously into Satanic, which could be great for LC when you have this kind of start. But I'm not gonna say that it's any worse than Dominator at this stage, because honestly, he already hit so damn hard that having that extra damage from the armlet puts him at like what, 270-ish damage that he's gonna hit for, maybe even 280. Basically, what I'm saying is he hits hard.
And talking about the man himself, Boone. Coming in with the smoke gank, the Shadow Blade as well to lead in. He's got the pings are there. They know that Empire are about. Oh, is he going to jump in on this one? He is looking for the duel on resolution, but the global silence comes out after Miracle's BKB, so the Razors won't be there. Doesn't matter. Like blinks forward there, looks for the punches onto No Fear. Empire trying to find a position to jump back into this one. Big Daddy going in straight away with the Siphon to resolution. Won't finish him off. There's your Requiem, clipping a few of them there with the damage debuff. No one to die yet. Big Daddy has been caught out, but Shallow Graves there. Moon with the duel here onto resolution, and they'll win it. That's going to be resolution down. Shaker from Yoku. The Shazlam onto Moon. They'll find the Moon kill, and it is a 2-for-1. There's been a buyback here on the Resolution Razor. Gameplay to finish off the Wyvern. Crip's going to look for the straight TP out. He's not going to get it, though. Yoku there with a Fisher, and suddenly this fight looking pretty good for Empire. They did have to expend a buyback here on Resolution. They're trying to trace down, see if they can find some more, if they can find Fly as well here. It's going to be very nice. They do have a Fisher in a couple of seconds. Blink Dagger in 10. I think they might just be able to get this Dazzle kill as well. The only other person alive is Miracle. Now, does Miracle want to walk into this one? I don't think he does. I think he's just going to leave Fly for the greater good. And that is going to be 4 heroes down on Monkey Business. So a very nice turnaround there from Empire.
Yeah, that actually went pretty south pretty quickly for Monkey Business. They were sitting in there. The global that came out, like you mentioned, Miracle maybe preemptively used his BKB. He wasn't able to really get that useful of a Requiem, and the Cold Embrace stopped Resolution from dying too early on inside of the fight. He did eventually fall because Moon dueled him after the fact, but by that point there was already significant damage going out from the side of Empire, so very impressive that even in this kind of situation they managed to take a fight that convincingly.
Right, we'll see what the next plan of action is here for the side of Monkey Business. Miracle, he's got himself a DD, 2.2k gold on top of the BKB. Empire moving around as a group here towards their own jungle, and the difference in net worth, so we can see it's kind of leveled out around about the 15k plus. And we'll see if Monkey Business are able to get that momentum back, pushing them even further ahead, or if this is the point where Empire, they can find themselves off the back of another successful team fight, can swing it back round in their own favor. Roshan is still up, and we're yet to really see the team put emphasis on that. I mean, SF at this point, they certainly could try and go for it, but I guess it just wouldn't be the quickest. To be fair, Moon, with 106 stolen damage.
They kill it pretty quick.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, do they go for it, or is it just too risky against Empire's kind of jump potential with their lineup?
If there's Global, Winter's Curse, and Echo up, it is a little bit scary to go for it. That is the only thing that is probably in the back of their mind, and they think, all right, maybe we go for a pick first, but Moon, that's their entire team.
Ooh. He blinks out. Shadow Blade's away there. Who's holding the gem at the most? Resolution with the gem. We'll see him. Yoku's going to get the Fisher, and Moon maybe in trouble. Silent, doppelganging forward. There is Crit and Big Daddy No-Tail to help try and turn this, but this Global Silence comes out. Moon getting low. He's been cursed up and brought down. Moon's going to fall. And Empire finding some big kills and maybe even more. Chasing down Big Daddy. The Yule setup is there, and Big Daddy No-Tail is in big trouble. Easy kill there for Silent, picking up a double. And now Fly. He may be the one to fall as well. Enchant Totem holding him in place with the Aftershock. Echo Slam just for the BM. And Fly's going to go down as well here. 3 more kills for the side of Empire. And these guys, they're fighting absolutely fantastically. And they're going to be able to get Roshan potentially here as well. They're thinking about it. I don't think they want to go for it. Looks like not today. As a Miracle, unfortunately, wasn't in that fight for the side of Monkey Business, and it really did cost them.
I think that maybe they're just overconfident right now in how big of an advantage they had. Because like you mentioned, it was like 15,000 gold in experience in their favor for the last couple of minutes. But now, because of a team fight like that, you lose 3 heroes, you're giving away Roshan. Even if Empire's team isn't amazing at killing it, it's good enough when you're playing against 5 heroes with 2. So not really too much of an issue right now for Empire to just get this off the map. And are they going to find another kill? Oh, double Yules.
The double Yules is there, but he has got a Fisher. And that is going to be Crit deleted from the game. A slap to the back. They're looking for a duel here. Move goes straight in. He's going to get it there with a Requiem. We'll pop the Aegis here on Resolution. Miracle will find the kill on No Fear. Has popped the BKB. Moon almost certainly will pay with his life. Is Shallow Grave keep him alive for a little bit, but he will still go down. Moon to drop as well. Silent trying to continue the fight. The Fisher connecting onto 3.
Is Miracle dead too?
Onto Fly. Silent here with the lance onto Fly. And Miracle will be able to get himself back to the tier 1. Fly gets the Grave out in time. He is still alive. Big Daddy's been caught out in the trees. Big Daddy's going to get taken down. Fly will be dropped. Miracle, the last one left standing, hasn't died yet this game, but maybe this is going to be the first time, and this is going to be a lot of gold, and this is going to be a full team wipe for the side of Empire. Miracle will be able to find the kill onto Wyvern on the back, but a triple kill for Silent as he ends Miracle's godlike streak. And what a few fights here for Empire over the last 5 minutes or so, where they've just shut Monkey Business right down. We've got to look at the graphs in a bit, because that must have been a massive swing.
It's completely gone. Like, the advantage is, at least in terms of experience, it is gone. They might still have a slight net worth lead because Miracle has an insane amount of farm, but the experience is just nil. Those 3 fights, I mean, a lot of the time, I tend to stray away from the term throwing the game, because usually one team actually makes a really good choice that just makes them, you know, they get themselves back in. You know, they get a good smoke off, they find a pick or two, they get a tower or Roshan or something, and they get back in that way. But what's happening is Monkey Business is running in very aggressively, repeatedly. Like, they've done this 2 or 3 times in a row now, where they go in with bad odds, like they're outnumbered. Like, the first time Moon went in, he got caught out by 5 heroes pretty much, and then everyone else had Save Your Buddy syndrome, and they ended up dying. They did the same thing again around the Roshan pit when they already knew the Empire had it, and then they lose their godlike streak SF and 3 other members of their team. Like, that's just bad decision making, honestly.
Now we'll see what the plan is next here. Silent, he's picked himself up the Reaver and the recipe for the heart. So this PL has slowly but surely become a very scary force that somehow Monkey Business are going to have to try and find the tools to deal with.
The PL is kind of getting to that critical mass, and with Heart available to him, I feel like the damage output that Monkey Business have, maybe if it was like 10 minutes ago, you know, I'd say, all right, the PL is actually pretty easy to kill. But as time goes on, it's not going to be the case anymore. And then you're going to have to worry about, okay, can we get all of our spells off on this hero when we have to worry about Global? We have to worry about Echo. We have to worry about Winter's Curse. Like, there's so many things on the side of Empire that can protect this PL in an engagement, regardless of whether or not you have BKB. So I'm kind of worried right now that Monkey Business, they had a gigantic lead given the time of game that it was at. And now it seems like Empire are not only back in it, but they might even be advantaged right now.
Oh, well, you know, to kind of get a clearer picture when the next fight kicks off, and we see if Empire yet again are able to come out on top of it. They'll look for the tier 1 in the mid lane. I think Monkey Business will look to do anything in terms of defending against that one elsewhere. Fly just trying to apply a bit of pressure here on this top lane with the Dazzle. And yeah, tier 1 to 4. More money here into the bank of the Shaker. Wyvern himself sitting on 2.2k gold, not doing too bad after those last few fights. And Shaker, he managed to sum out 3.1k on himself. I mean, what do you think Yoku's thinking about next as his next item pickup?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with picking up Glimmer. Force Staff is pretty decent. I think being able to get in and out of fights as a Shaker is really useful. But he is saving a lot of money. Typically, if you were going to buy those items, you would have just purchased them by now. Because even with buying that, I'm pretty sure, yeah, he can buy a Force Staff and be 50 gold away from buyback. So I think if he was going to buy that item, he would have just done it already. You can also go for, I guess, a Ghost. Wouldn't be too bad against SF and LC, although then you have to worry about getting Reapered. But I don't think he'll ever be the Reaper target unless he's the one getting picked off. So I guess we'll see. Maybe Shiva's? Shiva's actually really good against their team.
Big item pickups elsewhere for the side of Empire. Razor with a completed Assault Cuirass. Ready to go for the next fight.
My god, the PL army. It's happening, Owen. It is happening.
It is so scary. Completed heart. He has gone all in though. Doesn't have buyback, but I don't think he's going to care too much at this time. But I don't think he's scared of dying anymore, Silent.
I mean, he's got almost 3k health.
Yep.
I wouldn't be that scared if I was this tanky right now either. But I mean, it's not that Monkey Business can't win anymore. It's just more like, I'm really surprised that they can go from having such an advantage to just completely losing it in the course of like 5 or 10 minutes.
Fly. All right. Not the plan for Monkey Business, that one. Just chilling in them top, mid lane. Top lane, in fact, Silent. Finds Moon straight away with a TP out. Doesn't want to hang about with this PL in the neighborhood. There's going to be Miracle steaming down the lane, but Resolution here. Potentially with a nice cutoff. He's going to look to chase him. Yoku is there, and he's going to be able to get in range in a couple of seconds for a stun. 1 second till the blink. Does he dive for it? No, looks like they're going to just keep it cool. They don't want to go too ham. They'll be happy trying to take this tier 1 first.
Where was the maim? He just needed one maim, and the Shaker maybe would have been able to get in range.
And they're playing it cool, keeping it safe.
Oh, inside the base. All right. Just casually dueling people on top of tier 4s. Moon trying to keep the dream alive.
Understandably, Empire not happy about that.
Okay.
Why?
Got him.
Goku. Now goes down to the face there.
That's a got him.
He was not happy about his buddy Aloha Dance being dueled to the death.
It's still a kind of tense situation here for Empire, I feel. They since they don't have mid, their tier 4s are going to consistently take damage over time as long as they don't have anybody there. You know, they try to push a side lane, and you're always going to have to worry about TPing people back. So Monkey Business still have that going for them. The biggest issue I feel, and this is very similar to other carries like Alchemist, is when the other carry starts closing in on net worth to your Shadow Fiend, the PL is more effective with the same amount of gold. SF just excels in farming faster than other heroes, so he's able to get his inventory filled before, you know, a PL is able to have like 6 items.
Miracle. Just blink forward incredibly aggressively. There are 3 heroes here. They're going to lead in with the static link. Miracle with the Requiem. Global Silence comes out, stopping anything more coming from the side of Monkey Business, and Empire will be able to get themselves away from that one. So nothing of any too drastic levels kicking off there for either side. Bottom lane, TP's coming out. Looking for the PL, but the PL way out of that. Starting to work on pushing down this mid lane, and has managed to find 2.6k gold now on top of the heart. What do you think? What does he go for now next? There obviously is a butterfly onto this Shadow Fiend. I mean, is there any chance of Silent picking up an MKB, or do you feel he'll just build elsewhere and maybe he can just look for a butterfly himself?
I think he probably goes butterfly or Scotty. Having the MKB obviously is nice, but I do feel that as a PL, if you only have to buy MKB for one hero, it's probably not worth the purchase because your illusions benefit so much more from just having the stats or the evasion, and just the damage that they themselves deal probably outweighs the benefit of MKB in this scenario. But no, he's just going to get MKB. All right.
Monkey Business here with a smoke. I want to try and find some action. Oh, hang on. Empire are moving up on this top lane as a 5-man. We could see a big clash kick off here. It's just going to be a question of who can find the initiation.
Oh, they're going to see Silent.
They're going to jump on Silent. The rest of the team is behind Silent. It could be a tricky one to go for. They'll jump in with Moon, but he's going to get stunned up straight away. Miracle with the Requiem. Clip Silent on the edge of it. It's going to be the Echo Slam from Yoko onto 2. Moon has been shallow graved up. Will be able to get himself out. The Reaper Cypher to Resolution will get him. 120 seconds now on the death timer for this Razor. This is pretty big for the side of business. Big Daddy blinking forward. Joker will be able to duke it down in the tree line. They're trying to bring down Fly in there. Will the Spirit Lance, the Fisher, in fact, getting him there. Now with the duel. Oh, Moon's going to lose it. Silent wins that one. Doppelgangers himself away into the middle of the fight onto Big Daddy. Big Daddy moving himself away. Silent's been glimmered up, and Silent comes out with the final slap there. Wyvern with the cold embrace. Miracle with the right clicks will be able to find Silent. Silent with the doppelganger looks to go down to the low ground, but it's not going to work. Silent gets taken down here. Blink fall from Miracle won't be able to find Aloha Dance. Aloha Dance will simply TP out in the tree line. And we're now at a point where it's 80 seconds with both the PL and the Razor on the sidelines. Monkey Business did lose 3 though. It'll be interesting to see how much Miracle and Crit can achieve as the only 2 alive here. And the pings come out. I think they know they might have a window to go for the push here.
Yeah, since there's no buybacks and it's only supports alive, they actually could Rax here. It's still a minute before Silent or Resolution are going to be alive. Silent just overstaying his welcome in that team fight a little bit. Is he actually close to buyback? He needs 16 gold.
Yoku wants to find something here. Slaps onto Grip. Miracle will get the tower. He's been used up.
He's got BKB though.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to get the kill. Silent says it's back online in 5 seconds. But Monkey Business still proving that they've got a certain amount of a hold on this game. But 29 to 28, 41 minutes in. And at this point, we're kind of seeing from that, it's really all about whether Big Daddy can get the big Reaper size out.
Yeah, the Reaper on a Resolution was very good. And if he can get it on even Silent, that's the best target. Like, if there's a team fight that breaks out and they get that duel off, and Moon doesn't just explode, because let's be honest, when he dueled Silent last time, it didn't go great. But if he has no tail in the area...
Okay. That Octarine Shaker coming out, we saw the other day. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I mean, it does lower the echo cooldown to like 82 seconds, I think it is, something like that, 82 and a half. But it also lowers the cooldown of your blink, lowers the cooldown of Yules, everything that you have. And Shaker is a spam hero, you know? You want to be able to throw out fissures nonstop. And the other thing, too, that having the Octarine now does for him is whatever he buys after this, regardless of whether or not it's Force Staff or Hex or Shivas, he's going to gain the benefit from the Octarine on those items as well. So it's a very, very good choice.
Invisibility.
I was kind of wondering what he was saving for because he was pooling so much money, and I'm like, this is a lot of money for a Shaker to just be carrying around, you know? Most people, they just go for the small stuff and they go for the mobility items, but I guess when you have a game like this and you got the money, why not?
Crap. Doing a bit of scouting here with this Invis rune. Resolution has got a gem, so he needs to be careful how close he does get to the side of Empire. Keeping his distance. Resolution, he's good to see him here, and oh, crit. I think he might be a crit dead.
A little bit dead. Only slightly dead.
Well, he's got to make them work for it. But yeah, they'll get the kill onto crit. Just a bit of an unfortunate position there, and well, I think they knew that the gem was on Razor. They just didn't expect the entire team to be hiding in that tree line there.
Yeah, he might not have also been expecting the gem carrier to also be in the vicinity. Yeah. Maybe a little bit unlucky for crit to get killed that way, but still, Empire standing strong. Miracle in the meantime just deciding, hey man, I'm just gonna be the split pushing guy that I am because I have insane movement speed with the butterfly on use and then SMI with blink dagger, so we can effectively rat, where I feel Empire, they kind of struggle a bit with split pushing because they don't have a hard initiator, except for I guess the Earthshaker. He's pretty much the only one who can go in. So without Yoku starting the team fights, they don't have a way to stop the split push of Miracle, and I think that's kind of the way that Monkey Business are going to continue playing this. Just keep the lanes pushed out as well as you can, and then if you find an opportunity for a pick, you got that Blink LC, and you have that Blink Reaper coming in from Big Daddy to secure your kill.
More Moon. Charged himself up, hoping that someone might be a little bit too far out the base. Isn't going to be the case, but yeah, Moon's just picked up a BKB completed. Daedalus on your Shadow Fiend. Roshan is there. Monkey Business can do it pretty damn quickly if they want to go for it. Empire at the moment still grouped up in there, but they are smoked up here. And they are going to be ready to go for this and contest
Miracle's
the
not
rush.
there. Miracle's not there. If they start to fight now, this is so bad for Monkey Business. Okay, they're running away. That's good. They need Miracle.
They're going to chase their Empire. Resolution will have the smoke dispelled. They're looking for crit. He died around their ancients, and he's going to die again here. No escape here for the Lina as they pick up the kill, and they might look for more here. Lower dance.
They're just going to Rosh, I think. As soon as they kill the one, I think they Rosh.
If they can find Fly though with this wraparound, he does have Winter's Curse. Resolution's ready to go up there, and Fly just kind of sitting there AFK.
Not great.
Not great at all if a Fly will have the shallow grave, but it's only going to prolong the inevitable. He will go down here. No escape for this Dazzle, and that is going to be the gem taken off Dazzle as well. So Monkey Business losing their gem, and also losing Roshan here to the side. And it looks like we're looking for a bit of a rat attempt here. Moon moving in top, blinked in here onto Yoku and Resolution, and Moon now down for 75 seconds. That was not the play here for the side of Monkey Business. Oh, Miracle. I don't know if they can get this. They're holding in place here with the Winter's Curse, but Lower Dance is kind of on his own. Nonetheless, we'll give the room here for Silent to find himself the Aegis. And it just feels like Monkey Business have made a few too many mistakes over the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that one was purely mechanical too. Moon didn't BKB. When you think that the enemy team is doing Roshan and they have carries that are this strong, you don't actually need to commit 4 or 5 heroes into the pit, right? You can just have maybe a support or two go back and you can still kill Roshan with relative ease. So assuming that you wouldn't have to BKB for that kind of aggressive base blink is optimism. And unfortunately, Moon has had a couple of points in this game where he's gone in maybe a tiny bit too over aggressive and ended up paying for it. And I think those plays in of itself have kind of turned the game in favor of Empire. And they're coming down mid now. See if Monkey Business can field some kind of defense here. There is Echo and Global up for Empire. Monkey Business are going to have everything available to them as well as soon as Moon is back alive. This should be an easy tier 2.
Looks like they'll lose this one. Kind of a nice room pickup here for Yoku, who will have this invis. And of course, with the gem that was lost by Dazzle. He just brought himself another one.
Refresher.
He's got himself another one out. Yeah, refreshers. I mean, we talked about the sides. It's all about these sides now. If he can even bring anyone on the side of Empire low enough to the point that he can finish them off, Big Daddy's going to hope so.
I mean, there's no BKB on Resolution, so He is definitely a Reaper target, for sure.
Moon, is he going to try and lead him with a duel here? It's such a hard one to do. Yoku is totally ready to go with the Echo Slam. Winter's Curse is back online. And it looks like they'll find this Rax. Trying to wait for them to make the jump onto Silent. And they'll just get the Rax here. Monkey Business just can't find that opening to stop them.
It's too hard to initiate on them, that's the problem. Is like if you go on Silent and you duel him, he's gonna get cold embraced, there's a global silence, and there's an echo. So I'm looking at that and I'm thinking to myself, if Monkey Business aren't the aggressors and like they smoke up, they look for a pick that way, how else do you actually start a fight right now? Like how do you actually jump on Empire 5 versus 5 and say to yourself, okay, this is the target. This is definitely how we're gonna win the fight. Because I'm having a really hard time coming up with that plan. Like if I jump on anyone, there is a counterplay. If I go on the silencer, there's a shaker. If I go on the shaker, there's a silencer and a wyvern. If I go on the wyvern, there's a silencer and a shaker. So it's like, no matter who you go on as this LC, you are automatically assuming that there's going to be at least 2 to 3 ways to stop you from getting that dual damage, or even just straight up kill you if you're not fast enough on your BKB. So for now, Monkey Business, okay.
Okay, Moon again with these duels will win this one.
That's a good one.
Gem is now on the deck as well. He's trying to chase down for more here with the Shadow Blade. Would love to find No Fear, but No Fear with a 4-staff down to the low ground. He'll be able to get himself back.
There is buyback on that wyvern, by the way. But those are some of the good scenarios for a Monkey Business. Like I said, it's more about the pick than it is the 5 versus 5, because there, the shaker wasn't really close enough to fissure, and he popped BKB anyway, so. If it's a 5 versus 5 and something like that happens, then there's a much higher potential for counterplay. But if we're just talking small skirmish, then sure, LC is always going to be able to find that damage.
Monkey Business just hanging back here. And I don't know if Weapons has brought up the graph recently, but if we have a look now, it's been a full swing in terms of net worth back down to the 0 point.
Yeah.
15k lead that they had around the mid-game, totally lost now back to Empire. And Empire feeling very comfortable with their position now.
If Monkey Business ended up losing this game,
easy tell.
It might have been the biggest swing so far in DreamLeague.
Oh yeah, I think
it would definitely be the biggest swing.
Without a doubt. But of course there is still the potential for them to do something fantastic.
Yep.
Double Reaper's Scythe. If they can get, I mean, even just 2 supports and knock them out of the game, for a good, pretty much 2 minutes it will be on most of these heroes, reaching the higher levels. And it's going to require some bang-on execution here from the side of the Radiant. And also kind of going to require Empire really to make a mistake in their own play, which they just haven't been doing. They might have had a rough early game, but Empire have just recovered absolutely incredibly.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of Empire playing well and a lot of Monkey Business making some mistakes.
Yeah.
So, for now, Empire continue to hold on here. They do have an exposed set of racks top, though. I mean, it's really important that the damage that Monkey Business dealt to Empire was kind of permanent in the sense that they got mid-racks and they got that tier 3. So those types of things are very hard to recover from because you always leave yourself susceptible to late game lane pushing, and we're trying to go for a base trade and all of a sudden Miracle's just hitting our racks top and we have to immediately TP, right? Because if we don't have Glyph, that stuff's just dead. And even with Glyph, there's still a chance that Monkey Business could take it out fast enough before Empire could react. But that is definitely the rat play and maybe one of the options that Monkey Business are going to be looking at as the game stretches on. But for now, both teams realize that this is a high-intensity situation for both of them. Like, one really bad fight just ends the game for either team. Doesn't matter who it is.
This PL now on top of the MKB that he did pick up, did go back for the butterfly. And at this point, I mean, is anyone on the side looking towards an MKB themselves? No, not on Monkey Business. There is 3.8k gold coming up on Miracle. So it'll be interesting to see what he decides to invest in. But yeah, it's one major mistake at this point. Pretty much cost the side of Monkey Business the game.
I think this is going to be we could be in for the long haul here, Owen. Could just be one of those games where the fight that you were expecting to happen doesn't happen for like 20 minutes. Or it could be that game where Moon randomly runs in again and the game's over. That could also be a thing.
Well, let's see what happens on this top lane. As Empire ready to reveal themselves and just push onto this tier 2. Moon, Shadow Blading up. Moving in, and he's going to go straight in with the BKB here. The global
that
silence coming out
global.
perfectly timed, and now Moon's on the retreat. Silent chasing him down here with a PL, and Moon getting incredibly low. Shallow Grave is there, but now with the Winter's Curse on Crit. Crit getting blown up by Miracle's SF. Miracle's going to go down here as well. There's 3 falling on the side of Monkey Business. Big Daddy does get a side that. That's resolution down for 2 minutes, but Big Daddy's going to pay with his own life.
He
signs an illusion. Won't find Silent. There'll be a buyback from Miracle. And they'll look to try and defend, but now with the Yule set up, Shadowfiend's got to be careful. Silent, ready to try and move forward, and he's going to go straight in here onto the SF, backing himself out. I want to try and keep it on objectives. Big Daddy is there as well with Moon. Oh, Echo Slam onto the face of Moon. Meander will get taken down. 80 seconds on the clock here for Legion. He may have to think about buying back himself, because they're almost certainly going to lose a tier 3 here on the top lane. And possibly Rax as well here. Yoku moving forward. They've set it up for Big Daddy, and they might just get this kill. Refresher Fisher from Yoku onto the backside of Big Daddy. Moon goes for a duel. Won't be able to get the Wyvern, but triple kill for No Fair. And at this point of the game, Moon and Big Daddy down for 100 seconds. Top Rax will be taken here by the side of Empire. Oh, they might just kill Miracle as well. Yoku looks for the Fisher, but Miracle pots the BKB. Tries to fight up against Silent, but Silent's just going to chase this one down. Flying Crit are there to provide some sort of protection for the Shadow Fiend, but at this point they just need protection for the base, because they've lost a second set of racks, and I don't think Empire are going to hold back anything as of yet. Silent, of course, back up to full health with that heart regen, and they're going to look to try and take Megas here.
Yeah, I think this one could be in the books. But again, there's still 3 people alive from each team. So the question is, does Miracle feel like he's strong enough to contest this right now? And the important thing is he does not have MKB. So dealing with Silent is actually going to be very tough for him. That evasion is always going to be a nuisance, and they have pretty good spam on the side of Empire. I just wanted to make a note, as these racks are probably going to go down. That top fight was way closer than it looked.
Silent.
Oh, can they get him here?
He's going to doppelganger back here. Miracle moving forward. The slam from Yoku. Bit of a distraction, really. Just saying, look at me, look at me. Yoku's going to keep himself alive here with the Yules, but... Oh, the blink as well. Yoku playing with Monkey Business.
All right, that's a Rapier Silencer.
All righty. I don't know if I've ever seen that one before, Andy.
They must be feeling fairly confident that they've won. Let's just say that.
I mean, if they finish the game with that, I mean, that's going to be quite something, but it's going to take a lot. They've managed to find the Winter's Curse. Crit will go down. Miracle there with the second Refresher's Winter's Curse. And they're going to take the win. And I got to say, I think it was all down to that Rapier Silencer.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you get a Rapier on Silencer, you're talking that's 330 extra damage.
That's got to be 100% win rate on Silencer Rapier.
100%.
100% win rate.
The competitive win rate of Rapier Silencer. But as I was talking about the top fight, that was actually very close, because say, for instance, Big Daddy gets the Scythe on Silent instead of using it on the Illusion, Silent's dead there. Like, he's actually dead if that hits him, because he was below half HP.